Good. Here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1, 1.
Are you all right?
What was that?
The light magic.
Light magic.
They say there's a powerful artifact containing the light power hidden in these mountains.
There's an artifact of light? If it's really so powerful, it must be able to lift the curse.
Curse? There's a curse on you?
It seems so. I've had a run of bad luck lately.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream.
Sit down and listen, punk. This is the Morning Stream.
The morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Morning Stream. It is TMS for Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. Scott Johnson here, Brian Ibbett there. Good morning, Brian.
Darn right.
A little sip of tea.
Darn right.
Little sip of tea in the morning. You got your coffee over there.
Got my coffee. What kind of tea you drinking today?
It's, I don't know. It's one of the random bags I grabbed from Phoenix Brill Tea I keep in the cupboard, and I don't know which one I grabbed. It tastes kind of cinnamony and tigery, if that makes sense.
It tastes like a tiger. Tight like a tiger.
There's something, I don't know, something wild about it. Can't explain why, but I didn't read the bag. This morning was a bit of a cluster. It was a bit of a runaround. We got one of us in the household getting their first shot today. Carter's getting her shot. And then, so we're trying to schedule that and get that done. We need a car for that. And Kim was trying to, like, cancel other stuff and make this work and blah, 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 blah. And as a result, I just grabbed whatever tea I could find and put it in the thing and seeped it, and here it is. So
Very good.
yeah, worked out all right in the end.
Very good.
We're gonna do a show.
Well, this is
everybody.
one of those rare days when not having two cars kind of sucks.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's been nice because, no second payment, no second set
Exactly,
of
yeah.
maintenance. Or any
The
of
benefits, the times that it's a benefit seem to way outweigh the days that it's not a benefit.
Yeah.
Days like this.
But days like this, where you're like, oh shoot, we need it 3 different ways. We need a third car.
Right.
And then you're in trouble.
Oh, really? What about, I guess Uber, Lyft?
Yeah,
Find
you could do
a
those.
nice one that has a plexiglass divider between the driver and you.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get though, right? They just pull up and you hope they have some
true.
stuff. They might just have a wipe
I-
for you,
At the very least, right?
a second-hand wipe from somebody else,
Like,
previous writer.
A removable sheet of paper on the seat.
Yeah, just wipe your bug on there and hope for the best.
Well, okay.
But Carter won't do it, any of that, until she's got her vax done.
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
doing that today.
I think that's a safe bet. I don't think, I don't plan on doing any sort of Ubering, lifting as a rider until after I'm 2 weeks after my vax. Not that I've been in an Uber or a Lyft in the last year anyway.
Yeah, I haven't been in one. I'm trying to think
Mm-hmm.
if I've been in anything that was more crowded than. I think the most I've ever been in a room with is 8 people, and they were all immediate family, and it was all last March.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, nothing's been larger than just like us, and maybe once in a while, well, of course, the baby and Taylor or something, but
Of course, yeah.
that's it.
Mhm.
So yeah, crowds, man. What even are they? What is a crowd?
What are they? Yeah. We have the Amazon Echo thing with the photos that it just basically pulls from your photo library and just randomly shows you photos, which is great
Yeah.
until you see, oh wow, this is like a year and a half ago, Peter Gabriel concert or whatever, and it's like, wow, look at that crowd. Oh my god, that kind of gives me a little anxiety.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. We're just not used to
weird.
it.
It's gonna be weird, like going slowly back into whatever form that takes.
Yeah.
It may not be the way it ever was. It may, who knows? But
Who knows?
but there's going to be some degree of that, and it's going to be weird.
Yeah, it's going to be weird, but we'll get used to it just like everything else. I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking also yesterday, I was talking to Kim about this. If this was 1985,
Mhm.
this would have been way worse because we have no way to talk or communicate back then. I mean, you had
Yeah,
phones, but
right.
there was no way to sort of keep the world moving the way that we can now with certain tech.
Digital, right? With online internet and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think we
It's
all
true.
need to freaking appreciate it a little bit. You know what I mean? It could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
know?
but then we would have the president coming on the news, saying, Hey, everybody. No, let's see. 85. That would have been who's 85?
That
Let's
was,
see.
That was Reagan,
Reagan?
right?
Reagan. Hello. I'm coming to you now to tell you that everybody needs to wear a mask. Me and
Me and Nancy, we're
Nancy are going to wear masks, and everybody on our team is going to wear masks. So basically, this administration all agrees on this, and both sides of the aisle also agree that it's the
we probably
right thing to do.
We'd have had a little less of that division, I think, probably then.
Exactly, and it's like, oh, guess what? And we'd still be waiting the same amount of time, if not longer, for a vaccine. But who knows how much easier it would have been to keep under control.
Well, you'd also have just like less sources of information,
less everybody getting together too, right?
Well, right.
Would still be.
Yeah, you'd have. I don't know. We'd probably look at the last giant pandemic and learn some lessons from it in terms of like, how it went. But I'm just glad we live in a time where this stuff doesn't stop people from getting shit done. For the most part, there are people who, I feel bad for. Well, I feel bad for movie theaters, and I don't, because I already felt like the writing was on the wall. But those places are getting hosed, and it doesn't matter how many $100 rent out of theater deals or whatever. I don't know how they make it after all this.
Yeah.
I just don't know how they do it. But most things, mostly, have done all right, done okay. Yeah, how did Reagan do on AIDS? Great question.
Yeah.
Not very well.
It's exactly not so well.
We're not praising Reagan. We're just saying it would have been a less divisive issue with a pandemic. That's all I'm saying. It wouldn't have been so much like, oh, you're a lefty if you wear a mask. It wouldn't have been like that. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Anyway, speaking of weirdness, look, we live in a society, everybody, and I don't expect when I go out to walk my dog to find a bottle of fresh pee. Okay.
Oh.
But it happened.
Can I ask how you knew it was fresh?
You're gonna hate the answer to this. So,
oh God,
I
already
know.
hate that I asked the question.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm kind of glad you did, because I was gonna get to this, but I'm glad you asked, because it's a good transition. I'm out with the dog. We're walking. We're doing what we got to do, and I get irritated if there's any kind of trash anywhere. I hate litter. Freaking hate it. It pisses me off. Somebody leaves a Coke can out there. I'm like, gosh, freaking dang it, and I'll pick it up and throw it away because it just pisses me off. Well, yesterday there was a water bottle, one of these. Kirkland brand water bottle.
Oh, sure. Oh, that brand even.
Yeah, that brand. I wouldn't fingerprint it if I were
brand
you.
that many people in your house consume and enjoy on a regular basis.
Yeah, now I'm starting to wonder. Only one of us has the right aim for the bottle, though, so I don't know. But anyway, so I go outside, and there's this, one of these, cap on the sidewalk, sitting there, about that full. People at home, a little more than half full of, it looked like Gatorade. And I thought, well, that's unusual.
It's the little ADR for you.
Yeah, I like that. No, it's good. A little PADR.
Little Foley work.
Yeah. PDR is what that is.
PDR, right, yes.
So this thing's sitting there, and I thought, well, that's gross. What is that? Someone's drink? And then my brain went beep, boop, beep. Oh, no, that's someone's peed in that bottle. And they've left it there. Now, I wasn't sure about this, if it was pee. I just knew it didn't look like water, and I just thought, well, I'm still not going to let it just sit here. I'm going to throw this away. This is gross. So I reached down to grab it, knowing full well that when I get back, I'm washing this hand vigorously when I get home. Okay?
Yeah.
But I grabbed it, and it's 36 degrees out when I was there, so it's cold outside. This bottle is not just warm.
Oh, shit.
I'd call it a little hot, like a little on the fresh side, right out the chute, kind of hot.
Yeah.
And I recoiled in fear. I went, like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this is brand new. This is new pee.
That's the least of the noises I'd probably end up making.
Yeah, I made one of these sounds here. This was,
But you didn't see anybody around, like a car drive by that might have just left it,
No, I didn't see any. The doer of the deed was nowhere in sight. I didn't see any of this. So
Now, I want to assume the best in people. It's not something I often do on this show, as we know from our what happens in the zombie outbreak. Do we have a bunch of Negans running around? And I think this last year has told us the answer to that. But could somebody also have been taking their dog out on a walk, say, oh no, I really got to pee, no place around, I'll just duck behind this electric car and whiz in this bottle, and then when I come back, I'll grab this bottle and take it back home with me.
Yeah, I mean maybe, and they
Possibly,
forgot,
but you didn't see. I mean, you saw nobody around. Like,
no, nobody. And I've done this thing before, where like the dog will do its business, and I don't have a bag, and I'm like, oh crap. Okay, well,
yeah.
hey
right, I'll leave it-
everybody,
I'll leave
I'm
it-
not leaving this. I'm getting a bag, and I'll be back. So in the intervening time, don't freak out and call the HOA that I didn't pick up my poop, because I'm a big poop picker-upper proponent. So I'll be back here to pick up the poop, which is proper and priceless. I'm doing all the P words. So I did that before, and I've done that, and I came back and I cleaned it up. Now, if somebody meant to, like, you know, swing back by and get it, maybe. But I took care of it. I threw it in the thing, and it
Good
was
for you.
disgusted.
Yeah.
And what are you doing,
Yeah,
everybody?
Rainbow Brights in the chat room. One of our chat room people, because we have a chat room that, for those of you listening to the audio, we
Yeah.
have a chat room that asks us questions in
Sometimes.
response to the things that we say sometimes.
Yeah.
Rainbow Bright said, "What would make you pick up a water bottle filled with yellow liquid?" And really, it is Scott wanted to kind of keep America beautiful and take it to a trash can and do the right thing.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate trash. I hate
Yeah.
it. Like, I just feel like it's the laziest thing on the planet. The only thing lazier... No, it is the laziest thing. Because if you're driving by and you got McDonald's in your car and you throw your wrapper out the window, what animal are you? Like, what kind of garbage monster are you? Don't do that.
You're gonna make an Italian person dressed up as a Native American cry is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, just to add that extra dose of authenticity to the moment, we're gonna have
That's right, exactly.
We're gonna have an Italian do it.
What was that guy's name? I used to
forget.
remember. There was such a great piece of trivia to remember that guy's name.
It was a
but,
good. It was a really good documentary called. What was it called? Something Indian. Shoot, it talks about the overall, like, when in old Hollywood movies and, like, you know, stuff like that, like how the Native American stereotypes propagated, and part of this was talking about that dude doing that commercial. But they had good examples, like the guy who played Tonto in the thing was an actual Native American guy and was legit. Although I think they made him talk funny. I don't think he really talked like that. But anyway, just clean up your
there it is. Espera Oscar de Corti.
There you go. Very, very Native American, that name.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. What do
Went
they call
by the
you?
name Iron Eyes Cody and played Native Americans in a lot of Hollywood films.
I'm Barks at Moon. What's your name? Oh, I'm Bird with Feathers. And your name?
Espera Oscar de Corti.
Anyway, so just don't leave your. I don't care what it is. Your pee, your wrappers, your bags, your cans, your shit. Just clean it up, man. Oh yeah, Real Engine. That was the name of the documentary. It was very good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, worth watching. I liked it. I may have recommended it, but I don't
I'm
remember.
a little offended by the name.
It's kind of like what's the other one I saw? I really liked this last year. Crip Camp, which is a little offensive.
Which is nominated for best documentary.
It should win. It's great. It's
Yeah.
very good. But that name, Crip Camp, is a little hard to say.
Yeah, exactly. It's
it's very good though. It's very good, and it's all about dispelling, like, you know, it's deconstructing all the notions we have about folks with disabilities, and it was fantastic. Those people in there are great. Holy crap. Anyway, moving on. Bottles of pee notwithstanding, we're gonna play a game today. Now, here's the deal. We're down Dunaway because he has a thing, and Randy never replied back, so we don't know where he's at. So we have a third option, and our third option is going to surprise everybody, and it's going to be great. Got to add him to the call though first, so hold on one moment here. He's probably in there listening.
who could it be?
I wonder who it could be. Who could be our third option?
Mystery person.
Mystery person coming in now for this. Well, looky there, everybody. Our mystery person isn't such a mystery after all. It's Tom Merritt belling up to the bar for today's Battle Royale.
I am
Tom.
happy to be your third choice today.
Well, my thinking usually with you is, he's got like some kind of daily tech headline, something going on in the mornings, and turns
And not
out
to mention the fact that it's an hour earlier there than it is here, and I don't want to wake anybody up or,
Sure, but look how nice you are. You just said, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, like who does that? Tom does that.
We're
That's
just
who does
out.
that.
Me and Ray were out, stopping and smelling the flowers. Ray the dog and I. So
Yeah.
we just kind of ambled on back and just in time. It's great. It worked out for everybody.
Let me ask you this: if you're out walking with your dog, you're out walking with Ray, and you find a bottle of freshly produced urine in a bottle, what do you do? What's your reaction?
Hot shot. What do you do, hot shot?
When that happens, Scott, we just walk on by.
Okay, all right. When that happens in L.A., look, what happens in L.A. stays on the ground in L.A.
Jay's right over there in the corner next to the sleeping bag that it's set next to.
There, that's entirely correct. All right, so we're gonna do this together with Tom today, and it's gonna be fun. We've never done this with him before, so
fun.
We'll see how this goes. We have a listener on the line. Let's find out who's called in. Hi, thanks for waiting. Who's this?
Hey, it's Tom from New Jersey.
Well, hello,
How you doing,
Tom.
Scott?
Wow.
How are
That's
you?
not confusing.
Yeah. Hey, we usually have two Brians for this, so it's not so bad.
That's
we'll,
right,
We'll
yeah.
make it work.
That's right.
Well, Tom from New Jersey, it's great to have you. We're going to play a little game, and Brian Ibbett here is going to explain the rules and what you could win.
That's right, Scott. Yes, it's time to play the Tadpooley Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Tom will have to predict the answers that they gave us. It is Scott and Tom's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Tom from New Jersey, not to be confused with Tom from
It's
California.
Jersey Tom and Hollywood Tom.
Hollywood Tom and love it. All right.
Hubba.
Jersey Tom, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Tom on this game. And if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes the games from Monday that Don from Cincinnati ended up not being able to use, Iris and the Giant and Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Get
good
it while it's
carryovers.
hot
Yeah.
from 2 days ago.
Yep.
All right,
Prizes.
so let's get to your topic. Both of you have the game pulled up, I assume?
Oh, yeah, Tom,
I
do you have
think
your
so,
thing, your
yeah.
little buzzer
All right,
button
so-
and all that? All right.
Tom, the way this works is you will click your button to buzz in, and the first person to buzz in when I finish the question. You can't buzz in during the question. First person to buzz in when I finish the question gets to answer, and then basically we play it kind of like Family Feud with going back and forth and strikes and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Think of it as buzz in loud.
Hey,
Buzz in.
I don't understand why that's funny.
That's a weird reference, right? You don't get it because you had nothing to do with that
get that
show. Yeah.
All right, hands on buzzers.
Okay.
I asked the Tadpool. 500 people responded. Top 10 answers on the board. What's the last television series you told family and or friends to binge watch? Scott,
Did I get it? Oh, sweet.
you got it.
The last one I told friends and family to binge watch.
Yes, or specifically, what did the Tadpool
What would they say?
recommend?
Right. If I said it, it's not going to be right. I can promise you that. The Queen's Gambit. The
The
Queen's
Queen's
Gambit.
Show me the Queen's Gambit.
Ooh.
All right, number 6 on the board. 5 answers will beat it. Tom,
WandaVision.
Oh, man.
show me WandaVision.
He probably got it. Damn it!
Number 1 answer on the board. Very good. All right, Tom will play,
Yeah.
and you basically keep going until you get a strike, and then we move over to Scott. That's
and
where
he
it's
works.
different
Does
for
he
him.
work
All right.
with? He works with our listener, with Tom.
He does
the
work.
other
So
Tom.
it's the Tom and Tom show, which is
I fight for
now
you.
makes things much easier. Tom's,
Yeah. Yeah. Tom's of Maine. You both need to move to Maine.
Tom's of New Jersey and Hollywood.
People in Hollywood would
Tom
be
Heath.
very upset to hear me describe myself that way.
Sure.
Oh, so you need another answer from me, right?
Yeah.
Another answer from the two of you.
I'm
You
gonna
guys
go-
can work together now at this point.
If you
because
want to,
you're a team.
yeah. Or you can just override each other. It doesn't matter. We'll take whatever you got.
I'm thinking Mando.
Oh yeah, right. What do you
Right?
think, Tom from New
Yeah,
Jersey?
definitely.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
Mandalorian.
All right, show me the Mandalorian.
Number 2.
Number 2 answer on the board.
Damn it. I mean, well done. It's very good.
Okay, so and then you got Queen's Gambit. That was a good call. Bridgerton, maybe?
Oh. Yeah, it's a romantic lady show. Hubba hubba.
Is that
My wife
Tom from
loved
New
it.
Jersey? You like that answer?
Not one that I would have guessed.
Okay.
But, I mean, one of the big ones I would have said would have been Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's just all it depends on when you're telling them to do it, right? So you gotta
Right,
think, what
right.
would
The only
tadpole
thing
do?
against Breaking Bad is that fewer people haven't seen it than these others. Yeah, no, I like that though, because Bridgerton's a little bit outside the main chat room. Breaking Bad's more to the center. I mean, they're both good. Let's go Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
All right. Show me Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Number 8 on the
good
list.
call. Jeez Louises. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah,
for some
nicely
reason.
done.
Oh, man, you guys are killing me. All right. Keep going.
All right, you guys get to keep going until you get a wrong answer.
Well, we could always go back to Bridgerton. But what else has been? I'm trying to think of what are the big binge.
The big binge.
The big binge.
Yeah.
Like,
The
what
last
is there an
thing I
HBO
recommended
show we're
was The
missing here?
Expanse.
Oh, The Expanse is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, The Expanse is good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see a wider audience, but
But the Tadpool audience,
yeah.
you think would
Yeah,
be
definitely.
okay.
This crowd's
All right.
into it. Yeah.
All right, show me The Expanse.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Nicely done. Good job.
Shit. I'm going to lose.
Well, technically,
already lost?
he's only got 14 points, so you
Okay.
can.
There's still a chance, is what you're saying.
Still a chance.
So you're
Okay.
saying there's a chance.
That's right.
Now you guys are in the weeds.
That's right. Now
you're in
what?
the
Now
weeds.
what?
Yeah, now what? Now what
Check
do you
my-
choose?
I recently watched.
There you go.
Maybe For All Mankind.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know I've recommended that to people.
The Boys.
Oh, that was what I was going to say. I was holding that one for later.
His Killing Eve. I don't know.
I mean,
Jersey
you're
Tom. What do you
Game
You're
of
think?
good at
Thrones
giving
too
Tom a
old.
lot of answers to use when he finally gets control.
Yeah, no, you're helping me a lot, actually. This is good. Tom, what'd you say in New Jersey? You just said something.
Yeah, I mean, is Game of Thrones too big to have recommended to?
And ended too poorly. You're not going to hear a lot of people recommending that one, I don't think.
That's true.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Rushing to finish that one up.
Hey, binge
Of what
watch
you
just
said,
the
I would
first
say
4
The Boys.
seasons of it, and then stop.
Yeah. Then
let's
forget.
say Ted Lasso.
Oh,
Ted
yeah!
Lasso.
That's a good
Good
one.
one.
All right.
Good one.
All right.
Yeah.
Show me Ted Lasso.
Damn it!
Number 4 answer on the board.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna lose.
You're sweeping this thing,
Yeah.
and pretty much in order too.
I do cover television streaming shows.
You do. That's true. Yeah.
I may have a
A
bit,
little,
a bit
little
of a,
spoiler-in is what's going
Yeah.
on here. Yeah.
Okay, so what's next, Jersey Tom? Where do you want to go with this? Kind of think Rick and Morty?
That's not bad. I recommend that to people.
Scott, I thought you were trying to disguise your voice.
That one's not bad.
That's not bad. Go for it. Barnaby Jones. All 4 seasons. Do it. Yeah. That was Jersey Tom.
Rick and Morty's good. I've recommended that.
All right, yeah, let's do Rick and Morty.
All
Richard
right.
and Morty.
Show me Rick and Morty.
Oh!
Amazingly, out of the 500 people surveyed, 1 person said Rick and Morty, which is surprising.
Huh.
By the way, you guys see that new trailer? It looks amazing.
It looks
Yeah, it
great.
does.
Yeah. I like that other show they're doing too on Hulu.
Yeah, the
Uh,
Solar Opposites.
Solar Opposites. I love the first season. The new season's out. I haven't seen it yet.
That's Justin Roiland too, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It
very
is,
good.
yeah.
It's very
Very,
good.
very similar.
Yeah, in some ways you
Style.
might say too similar. Like, why do you even bother making 2 things about alien weirdness?
You can't
But
use the word opposite when it looks exactly like Rick.
I guess it's just minus Dan Harmon. But all right.
All right, Scott, it's over to you now.
I will say The Boys because I think The Boys should be on that list.
Yeah, that's probably
All right. Show me the boys, is what Brian said.
Oh, what? Are you kidding me?
I wish it had gone higher. The boys was, let's see, number 12, tied for 12th on this list. So I'm sorry, tied for 11th on this list. So had I made the answers one more, that might have been
You know,
one of the
now
two.
Yeah,
that
I'm
I
not
think-
saying I might have seeded our recommendations.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
landmines.
Well, now that you say all this, I think The Boys would be. I mean, you can't recommend that to everyone, right?
no,
Like,
not to everyone. That's
No.
exactly. That's
But the
exactly
Tadpool audience, like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, it's not like the Tadpool audience is recommending it to other Tadpoolers because pretty much we all watch the same things.
Yeah.
We're all excited to watch the thing that
Yeah.
next anything that comes out. All right, so it is back over to Tom and Tom,
Double Tom.
the Tom Tom Club.
Tom Tom.
Bienvenidos.
What about Cobra Kai?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Cobra Kai. Let's do
All
it. Put
right.
it on the board.
Show me Cobra Kai. Never dies. Except now it dies.
I'm surprised.
Tadpole. We need
Again,
to talk.
just one spot under the boys as far as popularity. Again,
Under the boys. Oh.
just
Wow.
one next.
I'm
down
actually
on
pretty
the list.
surprised by that. That surprises me. Okay.
All right, back over to Scott.
We're all so focused on new stuff. I feel like I'm missing a tadpole motion here of like
That's smart.
like. I mean, I know I'm biased in this direction. I'll say it. Fargo, damn it.
Fargo. Show me Fargo.
Gosh dang it, dude. That's a
Fargo
correct
also
answer.
on the list. 26th on the list.
Okay. That's
out of,
too low.
Out of listen, I'll tell you the full number of shows recommended, 176 when you look at everything, but
Jeez.
about 100 of those had just one person recommending it.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Jersey Tom, we could either go old, like Scott was doing, but even older, or we could go with another. I've got an idea for another newer one. What do you think?
When I think binge, I think newer. So what's the newer?
The Crown.
Oh yeah, people like The Crown.
Yeah,
I like
that's
The
a good
Crown.
one.
Crown's
All right,
good.
we'll go with The Crown.
All right. Show me the crown. Oh. All right. So Scott,
Yeah.
you have 6 points. There is the potential of easily actually 10 points for the 10th answer, 9 points for the 9th answer, 7, 5. Still 4 answers left on the board. If you get any two
Run
of
the
those, it
board,
looks
Scott.
like.
Run the board.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Then you can do this.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, that was a good one.
Well, let's do, everyone's obsession here at my house. Let's do Schitt's Creek in there.
That's a good one.
All
That's
right.
a really good
Show
one.
me Schitt's Creek,
Oh.
number 5 on the list.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
If you give me any of the other answers, well, if you give me the 7th answer, you'll tie. Any other answer will win the game and take prizes out of Tom's hands.
Wait. How does the 7th answer only tie, but the 9th and the 10th win?
He's got a scoring
Because
deal.
7th answer gives him 7 points, which would give him 18. We have it so that the lower on the list gives
the
you
10th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to
Because
tweak
it's easy
the
to give
rules.
the
Sure,
WandaVision
easy.
1 point, low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Low hanging magical.
I thought I got 82 points for WandaVision. I was confused.
Yeah, we had it that way, and found that you give those 2 answers, and
And
you
then it's
are
over.
mathematically.
No. This is a much better way of doing it.
We had to tweak it. All right. Let's go with the one that was just in my head and then went away.
Okay.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
My kids would say that. They love that show. All right. Let's do
The 90s Stand miniseries.
No. Although there's
Winds of
some
War.
Hardcastle and
Thornbirds.
McCormick.
Yes, Hardcastle and McCormick for sure. Tom and his
Jake and the Fat Man.
10 speed and brown shoe or whatever.
The Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
There you go. Okay, I'll just say Gilmore Girls because we have a lot of those fans in our tadpole. So Gilmore
Those,
Girls.
I like you, those fans.
Uh-huh.
Show me Lorelai and Company, the Gilmore Girls.
Dang it! Oh, my chances
I hope you're
are
wearing
dashed.
soft shoes because you're going to be kicking yourself when you see these answers.
Can I make? I
Yeah.
here are the other ones in my head. The Office. I'm thinking
Oh,
maybe.
probably.
Office did not even crack the top 20, but it's on the list. The Crown, by the way, The Crown and The Office tied. They're both outside the
All
top.
right. Oh, that tells me something. Okay, good. All right. Never mind. That's all it was. I didn't.
All
have-
right. Show me number 7. Kim's
Oh
Convenience.
gosh!
Sneak
dang it!
Attack.
Oh, why didn't I say that? I freaking interviewed the guy. What's wrong with me?
I
All right.
know exactly. Show me this one. This one surprised me. Show me number 9.
Oh,
Letterkenny.
Oh, interesting. I would have
Very
never
Great
guessed.
show.
Very
it is a great
popular
show.
in this
I would have
house,
thought it was
yeah.
too niche. Yeah.
My-
If
my-
Yeah, I
freaking
would've-
Morty didn't make it, I wouldn't have thought Letterkenny.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And then show me number 10, a favorite of Scott's.
Oh, the West
Wing.
Wing.
wow.
Yes.
Ah!
Just for fun, here I'm going to tell you the ones that kind of round out the top batch here. You talked about Bridgerton. Bridgerton and the boys were the next two on the list.
Yeah.
Most recommendations: Cobra Kai, The Umbrella Academy, What We Do in the Shadows,
Oh, yeah.
Dairy Girls, Doom Patrol, Game of Thrones, Star Trek Discovery, The Good Place, Better Call Saul, Bob's Burgers, and Chernobyl, rounding out the
Chernobyl made it, did it? Wow.
Chernobyl.
That's
Chernobyl.
That's a really good miniseries. Very good.
Vladimir Putin.
Да, это хорошо. I might have got Kim's Convenience, but I would have never guessed Letterkenny or The West Wing. either
Yeah,
one.
Letterkenny was a surprise.
I am kicking myself for West Wing because they fight. The streaming services fight over that freaking thing because people.
Right.
Well,
binge
that's
it
why I was
everywhere.
thinking The Office too, right?
Yeah,
Right.
same thing. I would have
Yeah.
thought The Office. Actually, I would have put The Office higher. It would have been my
Yeah.
guess, but who knows what you
Well,
crazy
when
tapoolers
you
are up
told
to.
me The Office wasn't on there, I was like, well, what else? Maybe I'm wrong about older shows.
Yeah. I
And For
can't-
All Mankind is on the list. It's low down. Great British Baking Show, The Great, Snowpiercer. I mean, there's a lot of great shows. This is actually,
Yeah.
I might actually use this as a list of recommendations to go down the list of things.
Yeah, that's
to,
not
to
bad.
binge.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. I like that a lot. Well done. That means that Jersey Tom. I'm thinking of the subs.
I'm a sub now.
I could go for a sandwich. That'd be
I
fantastic.
could totally go for a Jersey Mike.
There's one in walking distance for me. I might have to head over there.
Yeah, it sounds all right. You've completely won.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And you've done it on the backs of just real good smarts and, of course, the help of one Tom Merritt. Congratulations. All you have to do to collect your winnings is send him an email, coverville@gmail.com, and Brian will send off your prizes. Congratulations. And again,
Completely
well
true.
done. Yeah, this is all true. Everything I say is true. I don't lie.
In Jersey, do they just call it Mike's?
They probably call it Jersey Dave's. No, I don't know. I don't know what they do over there.
The only part they change is the proper noun, the name.
They go with Mike or Dave over Mike, which, Dave's and Mike's have been fighting for centuries. It's time for them to finally bury their
In Jersey,
assets.
they call it Jimmy John's.
This has been great fun. Tom, thanks for being a good sport and stepping in for the Brian Dunaway this week. We really appreciate it.
You bet. Big shoes to fill. Love the Brian Dunaway, but happy to step in.
Yeah,
Thanks for
we're
asking.
gonna we're gonna talk to you again in like 20 minutes. So
yeah, I better read some tech news.
yeah, you better go find out what's going on in today's tech news, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, Tom.
All right, thanks.
All right, that was great.
That was great. You know what I'm gonna do is
Can you send me that list too?
it's funny. I'm actually just putting it into a Google Drive document to share in the chat room, so I'll give you a copy as well.
Yes, please. I love that idea that we just crowdsourced our potential viewing list. That's fantastic.
Kind of did, yeah, exactly. Let's see. You guys will only be able to
view, not edit.
View, not edit. Let's see here. Where is it? There we go.
Viewed it.
I think that's how I've got it.
Hey, whatever you want, man.
Did I make it read only? I think I
know.
made it read only.
I think you have to choose. It's by default they can edit.
Yeah, and it's funny because usually there's a button for that, but it says get link restricted, only people added can open with this link. Oh, here we go. Change to anyone with the link viewer. Perfect. Okay.
There you go. Nailed it.
All right.
All right. That's it for that.
Cool.
Well done, everybody.
That's it for that.
Now this. Time for the news, brought to you by
Brought to you by America's Next Top Podcaster. A brand new episode going up today on the free feed. Find out who goes home after Education Week. Will it be the Talking Telescope? Will it be our Blue Dot? Or will it be somebody from the team that did the biohacking? Find out by listening to America's Next Top Podcaster. Over there at americasnexttoppodcaster.com.
a contentious episode, that one.
That's right. Yes.
Clear winner, but contention was had.
Yes. Much contention.
Yeah, but it's one I really enjoyed. All right, let's move on to this. This is a story that I held on to from yesterday about Anchorage and Costco. So Anchorage, Alaska, you're familiar with the town?
I'm familiar with both of these things, just not together.
Did you ever do a paper there? Is that a thing?
No, I've never. Oh, I take that back. I have been to Alaska, but I've never Never been to the Anchorage. Oh, can't remember. I don't think they were a customer now that I think about it. So
No.
I've never been to Anchorage for a work setting, but I've been there for a cruise setting. We started a cruise there and did the ice shelves and stuff like that. Went up there and looked at the.
So you went
The
there to
flows.
become a doctor in a small town. They had a little radio
I did.
station.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
Did some zip lining. Did some mountain biking.
Yeah.
It was a fun trip. It was a lot of
Sounds
fun.
like fun. Alaska seemed like a good time at the right time of year.
Beautiful.
I don't-
Yes.
I don't
Beautiful
wanna-
country.
I don't want to go in the dead of winter. Is what I'm saying.
No, don't go in the dead of winter, and maybe skip Wasilla unless you're really into meth.
Oh yeah, is that the meth capital of Alaska?
Meth capital of Alaska. Yes, is
All right.
Wasilla.
I'll wait for the cops episode that'll never happen because I got canceled. All right, here's
Question from my house.
Oh, very nice. Here's the Anchorage, Alaska Costco. The customers there say ravens are stealing their groceries in the parking lot.
Oh no!
Yeah, ravens.
Are they Kirkland brand ravens?
They all have little tags on it that say "Nevermore," which is pretty weird. Marnie Jones and her husband made it all the way home from the South Anchorage Costco before they realized they'd been robbed. We had brought our 4-pack of filet mignon steak. She says, we had bought.
We had. Where is it? We had bought a 4-pack of filet mignon.
That's
steak.
the way to say it, right?
Yes, we had bought. Yeah.
Why does it sound wrong? It's
You
not-
could also say we bought a 4-pack of filet mignon steak.
That's what
You
I
could-
think.
That's an Oxford had.
Yeah.
An optional.
An Oxford had. I like it.
Yeah.
It says it was at the bottom of the cart, and we were pushing through the bumpy snow. When we reached the vehicle, the meat slid into the ground. The husband turned his back and a load of groceries, back to load groceries, before realizing the pack had slipped. I hate it when your meat pack slips. It's rough.
Yeah.
When they got home, they put everything away and then noticed one of the steaks was missing. Then it clicked. He says, "OMG, I picked up that pack of steaks.
Why did it have to be steaks?
I hate him, Jock. I hate him."
I hate it.
Says, I saw a raven in the parking lot with a steak in his mouth. So that's when they figured it out.
Yeah.
They're not the only ones to lose groceries at this particular Costco to ravens. Somebody named Olani Sawana also finishing a shopping trip there last winter, buckling her baby into a car seat when a raven swooped by and swiped some of her short ribs from the cart.
Wow.
They all want meat. That's all they
These
want
ravens
is meat.
are planning a hell of a barbecue.
Yeah. They're meat eaters, man. Who would have thunk
It's
it?
probably a good thing the baby was buckled into the car seat too.
Yeah, no kidding. He had picked up the entire package of short ribs and flew away with it, she says. The same thing happened in the spring. This time it was more than one, and they chose a different cut of meat. So basically, the parking lot is plagued by these ravens who are just waiting for you
frozen meat craving ravens.
Yeah, and all they need you to do is turn your head for a second or load
That's
the
right,
trunk,
exactly.
and then they come by and
Good
grab
evening.
them. You ever heard a raven talk
I'm
like
going
an
to
actual?
tell you a story of a wild pack of ravenous ravens. I've never tried to do an Alfred Hitchcock, and it failed miserably.
I don't think it was that bad. I don't know that that was that bad. Here's a raven talking. All right, enjoy this. This is such a great sound. Hold on. All right, here we go. This is Fable the Raven. I don't know why this music's playing. Let's skip ahead.
Okay.
Fable. Hello. You gonna say hi?
Hi.
There you go. So I just want you to come and meet one of my favourite birds that I own
Oh, it's
here.
talking like a lady. I don't want a lady talking one.
Yeah.
They have one. If you,
By the way,
yeah. Go ahead.
you read further in this story and you find out that they only ever take one, right? Like they take one steak, they take one pack of ribs, never more.
Never more than that. I see what you did there. That was good.
Thank you.
All right, here's a proper raven talking like a man.
To do a
Hold on.
has picked up,
That's a guy.
replaced on
That's
this
a dude.
and that.
That's a guy. He's a dude.
This is what it's.
Okay, still a dude.
TV.
Here we go, Raven.
This is where I find them a lot.
Okay.
But
Okay,
I keep
YouTube,
away-
you suck. That guy didn't ever have his raven talk. It was just him talking. Lame!
Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah, welcome to YouTube, everybody. It is what it is. All right, we got a breaking story. This is important stuff. Aren't you glad you subscribed to this show?
Well, I'm gonna preface this because I'm gonna let you decide if you still want to do this story. Are you doing the Gwyneth Paltrow story?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Or are you going down to the VR goggles?
I was gonna do the Gwyneth Paltrow one. Should I not be doing that?
Well, we've done that story. This is a new article about the woman who did that story, who this happened to, that we first covered when it first happened to her. Now she's talking about.
Oh, this is a
the fame that
follow-up.
she got from. Yes, it's a follow-up.
Oh, okay.
It's the woman whose Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle exploded in her flat.
No wonder so many. Her flat. What? Just kidding. Now explains why everybody was sending this to me. It is a follow-up. Okay. Well, this is good to know. Good to understand. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle erupted in my front room. That was the story. We talked about this before. Began as a joke with my friend Jane. Blah 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 blah. Now this is the lady talking who this happened to. Right.
Right.
So she says we had a quiz, and one question was, what was the name of Gwyneth Paltrow's 68-pound or euro scented candle, and she launched on her Goop website in 2020. I knew the answer. The name of the candle was "This Smells Like My Vagina." Jane then started laughing, explaining that she had bought one to see what the fuss was about. I won the quiz, and the candle was my prize. Jane sent it to me the next day. The candle, made of soy wax and essential oils, is apparently so named because Paltrow was joking with Goop's perfumer, Douglas Little. According to the marketing blurb, the two were working on a fragrance, and she blurted out, this smells like a vagina, she says. I didn't know that part. That's news.
Yeah. She didn't even say it was her vagina at first, right? She just said
a vagina, not her, not the vagina.
I mean, how many has Gwyneth Paltrow smelled?
I don't want to know what these Hollywood types get up to. I don't want to know.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just,
Sure. She says, let's see. I trimmed the wick as instructed and put the candle coaster in our front room. It smelled really nice of bergamot, cedarwood, and rose. The next night, however, as all hell was unleashed, a few minutes after I lit the candle, it exploded. Flames roared and over a half a meter, and it's spelled with an E at the end, which means we're in Britain somewhere. Out of the jar, and bits of molten wax flew out as it fizzed and spat. We couldn't get near it to blow it out.
Insert your own joke here.
Yeah.
This writes itself.
Yeah, fizzed and spat. We couldn't get near it and blow it out as the flames were too ferocious.
This candle fizzes and spats like my vagina.
Oh, man. And we didn't want to throw water on it for fear of splashing molten wax everywhere. Luckily, I had placed it on concrete at the base of what was once a fireplace. Okay. She says her and her husband panicked. We were relieved that the cats were safe, asleep in our bedroom, blah, blah, blah. Once my heart rate slowed, I posted pictures of the aftermath on Instagram with the tongue-in-cheek caption, thanks Gwyneth, or Gwenny, stuff your flaming vagina. All right, jeez, that's not...
Jeez, wow.
All right, goes on. I didn't copy it all. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. By the end of the day, the story appeared on news sites in New Zealand, Brazil, Canada, India, Indonesia, Philippines, and so on. It was a top trending story on Twitter in the UK. Anyway, it was all going crazy. Let's see. Even the London Fire Brigade tweeted the following, saying, "It might be popular, but do not leave Gwyneth Paltrow's scented candles unattended and always on flame retardant surfaces. Failure to do so could lead firefighters coming quickly to your home and squirting water." Again, the phrasing here is a little rough.
Yeah, a little rough. Oh gosh,
yeah. Let's see. All right, a concerned Goop HQ got in touch. Now we get to the point of the story. Offering to send goodies by way of an apology, but sadly, she didn't hear from Gwyneth herself. Perhaps there's a degree of schadenfreude being behind my story's popularity. Some people dislike Paltrow because of the wellness fad she endorses, but I think it provided a much-needed mid-pandemic distraction. My Goop package of body and skincare products recently revived. Thankfully, it contained nothing combustible. The acrid smell of a Gwyneth Paltrow's exploding vagina candle isn't something I'm keen to relive, but I'm also laughing about it. That's the story.
That's nice.
I was really... I was really hoping there was going to be a thing in this where it was like, oh, and I talked to Gwyneth personally. And
right, yeah, exactly. Like a little happy ending kind of thing.
Yeah, didn't really happen. But you all wanted me to do the story, all right? Like hundreds of you sent me this link. And
Really?
they're like,
Yeah,
you got to
just 'cause
follow
it
up.
mentions-
You got to follow up.
And it's funny because it is exactly the same story. Just we get the prologue.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, epilogue.
Yeah, it's first person now. Where's my candle?
Uh-huh.
Is it in here? I don't know where it is.
It's probably upstairs where you had it lit for when your
My mother-in-law was over.
your mother-in-law came over. Yeah.
Yeah, we like to make her feel uncomfortable. That's our goal here.
What smells like minge?
Why have I not heard that I haven't heard minge in a long time. I think it was like
Maybe
British Office
8
or
people
something.
in our audience found that funny.
Oh, that's so funny to me. All right, that's gonna do it for now. When we come back, we're gonna talk to Tom again.
It's crazy. It's like he's an Oreo cookie, and Indy in the middle is the filling.
Yeah, he's the two crunchy cookies on the outside. That's what his mom always told him, and now it's come true. So come back for that. We also have recommendals today, although no Nicole. Everybody bailed today.
Oh, jeez.
So it's just me and Brian doing our recommendals. But don't worry, they're good ones. So come back for that after this song that has been lovingly prepared, baked, and readied by Brian Ibbett.
We're going to Toronto again for an artist who performs under the name Elephants and Dogs, which is a mnemonic that you use for memorizing guitar strings. I've never heard of that. I've heard of Every Good Boy. I guess that's sheet music is Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge, and but I've never heard of Elephants and Dogs. Anyway,
Weird. I haven't either.
it's a solo project of a Toronto-based artist named Joe Narducci. His debut EP is out and can be summed up by the lyric, "I hope my stormy skies don't ever clear because they will be my ticket out of here." Basically, he gets his inspiration from life around him and sadness and happiness and whatever he can get around him. There you go. When he's not making music, he's looking at pictures of cute possums and raccoons on the internet. This is just brand new out. The EP just came out March 5th, 2021, courtesy of Look Up Records. Here is the title track. It is You Won't Be Seeing Me Around by Elephants and Dogs.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
I have to stay alive and write this article before I die.
Okay.
The Morning Stream. The sugar and cream in your coffee. Aw.
All right, we're back, everybody. Chat room says
So
there is a
I
follow-up.
looked it up
right?
during the song there. Elephants and dogs grow big ears is the phrase. And as you go around the tuning knobs on the top of your guitar, it's E, A, D, G, B, E. And that's how you remember each of your strings.
Oh.
Elephants and dogs, or
Oh.
donkeys, you can say, grow big ears.
Okay, so it's quite literal then, right? Okay. Well, see, look what I know. Nothing is what I know. I know nothing.
Yeah, I had no idea about that. It's really cool.
Yeah, news to me. All right, let's get Tom back in here. Okay, you know him, you love him. You were already missing him.
He's back, everybody, for an encore performance.
Yep, as if he never left. That's right. Maybe he's blinking. We'll see. We're getting rings of ringage. Oh, and my phone buzzed. Oh no, I see him right there. Here it is. Well, listen to that. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Here you go.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
Remember this guy, everybody? Tom Merritt. He was just here, and he normally comes on Wednesdays at this time to talk about tech stuff, but now he's all like game show prime. So I don't know what.
Now he's in a different shirt. He's
I showered.
Did you? I was gonna say.
Did you do all that between when we last talked to you? That's amazing. Well done.
You clean up nice. Well,
Yeah.
that was a long song we played, Scott. So of course you had.
Of course. That Itagata Davida really
Yeah.
helped out. Thank you for adding that afterwards.
It goes on and on and on. Well, nonetheless, we're excited to have you on, talk a little tech, and see what's going on for Daily Tech News Show later today. What is burning on the stove right now?
Someone should turn off the stove because Facebook is a burning with changes. Facebook announced that you can now change your news feed to be chronological. Something that
national nightmare is over.
I was going to say, it's one of those features that you hear people loudly asking for, but I honestly don't think that many people will use it. However, it was kind of dumb for them not to offer it because really for self-protection, it's one of the things I recommend. Having your Twitter feed or your Facebook feed be chronological really changes the experience. And you can decide which is for you, but give people the option. So that is one of the things. They're adding a feed filter bar where you can choose to access most recent or the favorites oriented, where like your friends and family stuff shows up more often than the general algorithm. That's all in the Android app now, coming to iOS soon. They're also adding a few other things like the ability to restrict who can comment. Twitter already does this as well, so you can actually say, okay, I only want to have just my friends or only people mentioned in the post comment on my Facebook post. And there's going to give more information on why you're seeing stuff, as well as the ability to turn off political ads or snooze a person. Not fully block them, but just be like, you know what? I don't want to see them for a while.
That's a tweet bot kind of thing. Is what
I love that. Put them in timeout, basically.
Yeah.
Tweetbot
Like,
does this on Twitter
do you
now.
get to-
It's pretty good.
Do you get to choose how long they're in timeout, or is it like
I
a
haven't
fixed
seen
amount?
the details on how snooze works yet, so I don't know if
Snooze until the election is over, or snooze
or
until
the conference that they can't shut up about, or whatever.
snooze until they don't mention CrossFit for a week.
I'd be all into that. Tweetbot does that, and they let you choose. You can do a day, a week, a month, and maybe even a year, or permanently.
I imagine they must be going to give you a few options there,
Right.
but I haven't seen the screen.
So, did they say anything about when the web rollout happens? Because I don't see it on the site yet. I assume they're gonna be there.
I don't. Let me see. I only think I saw iOS and Android.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if they plan to do it.
Available on iOS in the coming weeks. Available on Android now. That's it. That's all they said.
Okay. I'll fiddle around in the settings. I mean, it's a labyrinth as it is.
Nobody uses the web anymore.
The internet, the stupid web page.
Yeah, you don't know how many people I run into that don't have a website. And it used to be they didn't have a website because they hadn't got with the times. Now it's, I'm too young.
Right.
We don't do websites. We're Gen
they
Z.
don't. They're on platforms already. They have websites. They're just embedded in other people's websites, and they don't see the difference. And they're probably right, to be honest. Because what's the difference for them? Like for us, the internet was the internet. For them, the internet is whatever social media platform you prefer. So, different times, baby. People like their walled gardens. Gen Z's like, hey, what if my garden was walled? What if all my stuff was all contained within the particular ecosystem I like the most? And we all look at that and go, come on now. We were all fighting against the walled garden. What are y'all doing, kids? You crazy kids. Anyway.
You crazy kids.
Well, that's interesting. Anything else they're adding to Facebook? Are they going to turn it back into a hot or not ripoff like it was in the beginning?
They've added the article "the" back to the name. No, nothing like that.
That would be great. Put the Facebook back on there. Hey, I got an idea. Why doesn't David Fincher just drop everything and make a sequel? Because there's a lot of material now for what Facebook post the social network covered and what it is now. You could really have fun with a movie like that, I think.
It's the Social Network 2. This time it's personalized.
That's right.
Yeah, but like there's enough controversy, enough weirdness, enough Zuckerberg's turned to an android and talks in front of Congress every other day, and like, just a weird place it's all at now. And Jesse Eisenberg's gotten older. It's time. It's been 10 years or whatever it's been. 11 years.
Same hoodie, different decade.
Same hoodie, different decade. That's me. I keep all my hoodies till they fall apart. Honestly, this hoodie here, 5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I'll keep it till I'm dead. That's just the way
I
it
still
works.
have a Tech TV hoodie.
Yeah,
that's probably the oldest hoodie that I have. It might be the oldest hoodie I ever had.
When you wear it, are you wistful for those days, for those early days?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I start crying.
We're all a little wistful for that. Yeah.
It's not a hoodie though. It's a sweatshirt. I have a Phantom Menace sweatshirt that I got before the movie came out, and I just have a hard time parting with it, but I never wear it ever.
What's on it? What's featured on there? Just logo?
It is a black sweatshirt, and then embroidered on the chest on the side is Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, or Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
All right. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's not like a big...
It's not so bad. It doesn't have a picture of Jar Jar on it or anything.
Right.
I don't know what the first hoodie I ever had was. I mean, I'm sure I had hooded things when I was a kid, maybe, growing up.
Yeah.
Out in the playground.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
back then you kept... You had a look and you kept it, man. I had the worst look ever, but I don't care. It was mine, and I kept it.
I seem to have a memory of thinking of hooded sweatshirts as being a kid's thing.
Yeah.
And when they started to become popular, thinking like, oh, that's so weird. People look like little kids walking around with hooded sweatshirts.
Everyone's a little kid now. Well, I enjoy our time together when we talk about tech, but moreover, I enjoy being on the Daily Tech News Show on Wednesdays. That'll be today, 2:30 Mountain Time, if you catch it live. If not, don't worry, because it's a very popular daily tech podcast, and you should be subscribed to it anyway. Tom, anything else going on you'd like to mention?
Here's the thing about Daily Tech News Show. From the outside, a lot of people may think, oh, that looks like a fine show. But I'm busy. It's not for me. I need more clickbait in my life. And I get that. But if you buckle down and subscribe to Daily Tech News Show, the benefits show up in unexpected ways. I can't tell you. I'm not even joking. I cannot tell you how many people write in and say, been listening to the show for a year or so now, and I can't tell you how many times, they also say, I can't tell you how many times that I'm in a meeting and I know something because I was listening to the show. And it was something I never would have thought to investigate or learn about, but I'm up on things and people think that I'm more with it. So I don't know. You might want to subscribe, folks. DailyTechNewsShow.com.
I think you should. I really would. And also get Tom's freetomnewsletter.com, because he inspired me to do mine, and I'm really enjoying it. So
yeah, I'm enjoying yours too. It's actually fun to get.
Go check out his the OG. Well, probably not OG, but in my life, the OG newsletter to subscribe to is Tom's. Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter. He was a twofer today, and we appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks, Tom.
He was a twofer.
Mm-hmm.
Two for Grace.
Two for Tom.
Yeah. He graced us twice. That makes him two for Grace. All right, I'm going to close this freaking... I still have the what do you call it, Battle Royale up, and it's...
Oh yeah, you don't need that anymore.
Driving me crazy. All right, let's do recommendals, everybody. They begin like this. Nicole's not here, but we're in her stead. We're going to recommend stuff we've seen on streaming services that we'd like to recommend to you fine folks at home. And Brian will begin. We always start with Brian, so let's not change that. Do you have a setup for this?
I do. So this is a movie. Before we get to this, I will throw out, since we don't have Nicole, finished watching Big Mouth, and it's great, or caught up on Big Mouth. It's excellent. I know that was a recommendal a while back.
Yep.
Just kind of getting some of these out. It'll never end up as a recommendal, but I gotta say, the new Superman and Lois show on the CW is really good, and it's not as cheesy as the other CW DC stuff.
Okay.
It's actually kind of good.
I have heard nothing but good things, which surprised me too, so we have to check that out.
All right, so anyway, there you go. I think that's it. We've been watching a lot of stuff. Breeders season 2 is out. That's Martin Freeman and
oh yeah, you recommended that last time.
I did. It's about parents who are horrible at being parents, but they're kind of funny.
Yeah. And the chat's reminding me that Invincible is still on my list to make sure to catch, and I will.
Yeah, and week. The first 3 episodes are out. It's one of these that's going to be coming out weekly, so it's really good. But it's as Steven mentioned, they tear through the comics.
Yeah.
Like a lot faster, which I think is good for TV.
I think so too. I wonder if their plan is to not do it for very long. Like they want to just get it all done in a season or 2 or something. I don't know. I can't tell.
Maybe.
But I'll be watching that.
All right. So my recommendal is a movie today.
Okay. Excellent. I'll play this audio of your movie. Here you go.
Whew, that was bad music. And there is nothing as bad in this world as bad music.
You know you can record over tape.
No. That was a novelty act. You want to have actual sexual intercourse, right?
Yeah. What?
The girl. It's all about the girl, isn't it?
Yeah, the girl, yeah.
And you're going to use somebody else's art to get her? Are you kidding?
We're just starting. Like, we need to learn how to play.
Did the Sex Pistols know how to play? You don't need to know how to play. Who are you, Steely Dan? You need to learn how not to play, Connor. That's the trick. That's rock and roll. And that takes practice. And you're not a covers band, by the way.
Really?
No. Every school has a covers band. Every pub has a covers band. Every wedding has a covers band. And every covers band has a middle-aged member who'll never know whether they could have made it in the music industry or not because they never had the balls to write a song for someone else. Rock and roll is a risk. You risk being ridiculed.
But I don't know how to write a song.
Close that door and sit down.
Really?
It's gonna be a long night.
I have school in the morning.
This is school.
I don't know what this is, but I love it already.
Yeah, that's it's funny because that is Jack Rayner, who is an Irish the main guy talking there is Jack Rayner, who's an Irish actor who sounds like a guy doing a fake Irish accent. But the dude looks like, especially in this movie, looks just like freaking Chris Pratt. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, look at that dude. Oh, I like that guy.
Yeah, he was in Midsommar. He was in one of the Transformers movies. And he's in this movie, which is called Sing Street. This is a movie that takes place in Dublin in the mid 1980s. A kid named was it Rowan? What was the main character's name? The main character is Connor. Connor gets moved to a new school because his dad, Peter Baelish, Littlefinger, needs to cut some money, and so sends him to a public school. And at this new school, he sees a girl that he's attracted to, and decides that the way to get her is to convince her that that she'd be great in music videos for his band, of which he doesn't have. He doesn't have a band.
Doesn't actually.
So he needs to scramble a bunch of friends together who can play instruments, put together a band so that they can do music videos and have her in them.
That's great.
It's great. It is the sweetest film. Lucy Boynton is the woman he's interested in. You might know her from The Election a couple years ago as a series on Netflix.
Right. Oh, I know who that is. Yep, looking at her now.
Sense and Sensibility,
Yep.
she was in.
Yeah, she's great.
But this is the early 80s. So these kids are getting influenced by music videos at the time, like Duran Duran, Hall & Oates, The Cure, The Jam. It's like a great, this is my music, right? Or our music, the new wave just coming out, those early 80s.
Right.
And so these kids are getting influenced by all of these musicians, not just in their sound, but also in their look. And it's hilarious to watch them evolve and say, okay, now we look like The Cure. Now we look like Hall & Oates. Really catchy songs. As a matter of fact, I think one of them might have gotten nominated for a Golden Globe or an Oscar or something. This came out in 2016. Just a really, really sweet film, and something like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes last time I looked, or 95% or something.
Yeah, IMDb's got a high rating as well. This is the director who did a whole bunch of that Modern Love series that everyone loves.
Oh yeah, which is really good. Some of that's really, really good. And in the movie Once.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. No, I like this dude's work.
Also features an Irish band or duo forming.
This dude, you mentioned his name, and now I forgot it's. Hold on.
Jack Rayner.
Jack Rayner. I had no idea he was Irish. Oh no, he's not. He's from Colorado. Wait a minute.
He was born in Longmont, but they moved to Dublin.
So they grew up. Oh, that's crazy. Grew up in Ireland. Okay, well, I guess what I was going to say was he does a killer American.
Born an hour north of here.
Yeah,
sorry,
he does a killer American accent in
Midsommar.
Midsommar, yeah, because he's one of the kids from the U.S. that goes over there, and I never once went, oh, I bet he's Irish or has an Irish accent.
No,
yeah, fooled me. Anyway, that's great. I will
it's
see
really
this
good.
movie.
So this is on. Here's the deal. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's one of those that's included in your Prime membership, but you have to endure about 5 commercial breaks, and they're quick,
Sure.
But until this is back on something like Netflix or HBO Max or something, then if you want to see it, you see a few commercials with it. But you know what? It's completely fine. It's really, really good.
Yeah. If you guys, by the way, if you guys want to see Jack Rayner in a very uncomfortable, awkward, compromising position. See Midsummer. I forgot about that
God,
scene.
no kidding. Yeah.
That was rough.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy. All right.
He's the guy.
Cool. I will watch that movie without hesitation, except I probably hesitate and watch something else. But I'll watch it. It's on my list.
So Nicole is in the chat room saying, recommendals early?
Oh.
Like, are you around? Are you
didn't-
available to jump in?
Didn't she text us and say, did I get this wrong? Hold on. Now I feel dumb. I gotta didn't we get it? I thought we got a thing
I didn't
from
get a
her.
text from her saying no
Why-
recommendals.
Why do I have this in my head that she said? Hold on a second. I'm not going crazy here. Oh. No, that's not it. No, where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my mind here. I swear we got some communication from Nicole saying, "Guys, I have a thing I can't get out of on Wednesday for one of the kids or something." I'll bring her in.
It didn't go to me. Yeah.
I'll bring her in right now, but I don't know what happened there in my head.
That's really funny. I wonder when this was.
I don't know. She'll help clear this up now that I'm calling her. Because I don't know why I think that. Why?
I mean, we got one of those from Dunaway about today, but that's probably not what you're thinking.
No, it was like a couple of days ago. Hi, Nicole.
It's all right if you want to just,
That's just snub you. So wait a minute. Why do I think that there was something from you saying you had an appointment? Why do I think that?
I don't know.
You didn't text me or any. I'm looking at my text.
I did not.
Did I dream this?
I've been preparing since last week for my segment.
I've been preparing for this role my entire life.
Honestly, I may have dreamed this or something. I swear I got a text from you saying the boy had an appointment and you couldn't get out of it, and that we replied and said, "Oh, don't worry, we got you."
No.
I feel like I've gone insane.
That's really funny. Yeah.
I really feel like I've gone insane.
Last week when I watched my recommendal, I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this."
I don't get it. I don't know what I did. All right. Well, I feel stupid.
Hey, Nicole, I recommended a movie called Sing Street. You should check it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's really
it's on
good. It's on
Amazon
Prime.
Prime?
Yeah,
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, write that one down.
And you and Mark would like it. Maybe not the kids so much, but it's really cute. Yeah.
Prime.
Excellent. Prime. All right. Well, I'll get mine out of the way. And maybe I dreamt watching this. I don't know. Now I don't know what's real.
You're second guessing your own reality.
Yeah.
Now.
Everything's in question.
Everything's in question now. All right. Here's mine. It's Brian already knows what it is because I've been yapping about it nonstop. It's been great and I love it, and I'll play a little bit here, and fans are going to know it right away. And for those who don't, I'm happy to introduce it. So here you go.
Computer, analyze the metal this thing's made of. Computer?
Incorrect command.
Do the thing where you figure out what it's made of.
Request for spectrographic analysis.
Yeah, that's it, what you said.
Analysis proceeding.
Copper, iron, and acoustium? Computer, acoustium. A new alloy that amplifies sound vibrations. Makes sense. Developed by Shreve Sound Laboratory, Gotham City.
Oh, I know.
And the old man thought I couldn't do this stuff on my own.
All right. So
Invincible.
it's no.
What?
No?
They're not in
Gotham City.
Oh, I didn't hear Gotham City. I thought you were watching Invincible.
No, I am watching.
Oh,
I am watching a something that's old. Came out in 1999. Was the premiere, and it is Batman Beyond, currently on HBO Max. And you're not wrong that it's a really really well made animated show. So I guess it's like Invincible in that way.
Much
from
like
what I'm
Invincible,
hearing.
yeah.
I loved it at the time, and getting to go back and rewatch them has been just an amazing treat for me. And it's gotten me to go read comics based on it. These characters and this sort of future Batman take didn't exist until the series, and now it's like many comics and other stuff around it, which are all very good. Batman Beyond is awesome. It's just it's the kind of concept that
I'm really in love. I watched it when it came out.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
When it came out.
And it's the kind of thing that normally I'd be really cautious about. I'd be like, really, you're gonna like do future Batman and then Bruce Wayne's too old to do anything, but he'll kind of call the shots back at the office while this kid goes out.
What's next, Batman babies?
Right. There was kind of a fear that that's where they were going for me, but they didn't blow it. They nailed it, and it's really very good. I've been enjoying it like just immensely. I can't say enough about it. Now, it's definitely that, Bruce Timm, I'm not going to call it low rent, but it's not the most expensive animation process. It's pretty basic, but stories and acting in particular are stellar, like so good. That's one thing about the Batman animated series, and then this, which is the same creators. They just had the best VO, the best actors, and people from a million things just guest acting all the time. They'll just show up and you're like, oh, it's Brian Cox. Oh, it's freaking so-and-so. Like famous people left and right playing these different roles. And it's just great. It's just such an awesome thing. Dice Tomato says it's called stylized art. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about the animation itself. That part is not so stylized. It's a hard distinction to make, and we don't have time on the show for me to make it. But it's very good, and I love it, and kids will love it, and I think adults will love it. And if you like comic book stuff at all, it's basically just a breath of fresh air. So it's all available there, and it's HBO Max, and they didn't crop anything, so there's no like forced widescreen or any of that. They went with the original 4:3, which a lot of people like. Sounds amazing.
Zack Snyder loves it.
Oh, Zack Snyder's all about that, baby.
Yeah, loves it.
So yeah, it's a very cool take, and one that it reminds me. I've been reading a lot of Harley Quinn as well, and I'd forgotten that Harley Quinn, kind of like I guess Batgirl's like this in a way, that she didn't exist until the '60s show, right? So she came out of that and then became a full-blown part of the canon. Same thing for Harley Quinn. She didn't exist before the animated series.
The animated series, yeah.
And I'd forgotten that. In my head, it's like, oh no, she just always has been here. And I love it when Batman Beyond's like this. I love it when these creators find a way to make stuff happen outside of the mainline comics, and then they're so good that they just integrate them across the board. It's just great. So anyway, and then there's a whole rabbit hole on DC Infinite if you want to read, to go find out more about Beyond, and then they have other characters in that era that they've explored. So basically you get to see all the big ones. There was an episode yesterday, I was telling Brian about it. Mm-hmm. They basically made a fake Fantastic Four, even with an origin story and everything. There's a stretchy guy, there's a guy made out of molten rock. They're just different enough that you're not breaking copyright or whatever. But they wanted to tell this story that's a little bit of a jab at the lore of the Fantastic Four stuff, and made it not so quite bright and shiny. It was a really interesting kind of subversive take on not even a DC property. So anyway, they have stuff to say over there, and it's cool. It's on HBO Max. Go check it out. Okay.
HBO Max has so many shows that you just kind of go back to and remember it. I started watching The Middle again.
Oh, yeah.
I had never seen the pilot. I didn't realize I'd never seen the pilot. So they have that on HBO Max, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. How do you find out how they got to The Middle?
Exactly.
Yeah, you never know.
Do you know The Middle? Do you know what? Did you watch The Middle?
I didn't see The Middle.
I never did, but I know the premise.
For some reason, it's ringing a bell like Kim read it or watched it.
It's is it Barbara Heaton or Patricia Heaton?
Patricia Heaton and the guy from Ed.
Yeah. Yeah. He was on Scrubs too. He was the janitor on Scrubs.
Yep.
No, he's the wait. No, the guy from Ed was the brother.
I don't think it was Ed. It was the janitor.
Not Tom Cavanaugh, but his buddy that he always did the $10 bets with on Ed. Isn't that the guy who was the janitor on Scrubs too?
Oh, was he? Oh, that's a funny crossover.
He's the main guy, the main janitor on Scrubs.
Okay. Yeah. If that's who you're talking about, that's funny because the guy who played Ed came on
Neil
Scrubs.
Flynn.
He came on Scrubs and was like the brother.
Oh,
of,
really?
What's his name?
Tom Cavanaugh?
Yeah. No, wait. No,
Tom Cavanaugh is the guy from Ed.
He played Ed?
Yeah, he played Ed.
Okay, then he's the one that came on Scrubs and was the brother of main Scrubs guy.
Yeah, that's not who I'm talking about.
I know, you're talking about the janitor guy. The point is that he was also on Ed. That's why I'm saying this. Because they all are, everyone's working together all the time is the point. All right.
Well, and I might be wrong about Ed. I'm looking it up, and it's It is a different guy.
Oh, all right. I don't know.
Oh, it is. But yeah.
Ed.
Neil Flynn is the janitor. He,
So
he
neither
was
of you
not
watched.
on Ed.
Neither of you watched The Middle.
We didn't.
Nope.
Oh, you should watch it.
Let me see where it
so
is
great.
on.
It's
Let me
one of
see
my
where it is on
favorite-
the Tadpool binge recommendation list.
Oh, it's one of my favorite
The
sitcoms.
middle.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tom
not
Cavanaugh.
on the
Brian, you were
list.
right. It is Tom Cavanaugh that was on Scrubs
I
for a hot
love
minute.
The Middle. The earlier episodes aren't as good as the later episodes. But it's a family in Indiana, and they're trying to make ends meet, and it's a lot of slapstick kind of comedy, but I adore it. And they have 3 quirky kids. Brick, who does the voice on the Lion King animated series. He does a lot of voice acting work. And then Sue. Oh, poor Sue. Anyway.
Wow.
The earlier episodes also had he always he would do a monkey on SNL. What was his?
He would do a monkey?
Yeah, the little guy, Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan.
He's in those earlier episodes, and it's really weird because he eventually goes away.
He is
Patricia Heaton's boss is Bill Murray's older brother, I think.
Oh, Brian Doyle Murray? Is that who that is?
He wrote Caddyshack.
I think that's Brian Doyle Murray.
Is that right?
I mean, Brian Doyle Murray is Bill Murray's older brother. I don't know if
so I'm pretty sure that's him. He plays the owner of the used car lot that she works
He's the
at.
mayor of Puxatawny, Pennsylvania.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
He's
So,
the
yes,
he's the
I
boss
loved
that
it.
screws over Clark with his Jelly of the Month club on Christmas Vacation.
That's right, exactly.
I loved it. Everybody loves The Middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
All right.
my side
Cool.
recommendal. But that's not my recommendal. So I'm gonna give you my recommendal.
All right.
Let me find
I'm in.
the clip. I have 2 today.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
both fit together because as you remember, I don't know if you remember, but I texted you and I went down this weird rabbit hole, and I'm going
See, now I
yeah,
remember
okay.
this conversation.
I'm going to take you down this rabbit hole with me.
I
So
just
here's
don't remember
clip.
the one I made up in my head about you not being here today. That one I don't remember. All right, here we go.
So here's the documentary on Hulu that I'm recommending.
Yeah, you were. I'm very interested in this. All right, let me hit play here and we'll listen to it together. Okay. Here we go.
Please, I'm not in a good mood.
Good, this is what I want on tape. Soleil not smiling for once, like the whole world thinks she always is.
At 7 years old, I was cast as Punky Brewster.
I remember Saved by the Bell directors saying the minute you walk onto the stage, you're no longer a child anymore, you're an adult.
Did you miss me?
There were 12 kids in the business. We all knew everyone.
We would talk for 2-3 hours and fall asleep on the phone. We were just so close.
I carried a camera with me everywhere I went. We weren't concerned about the internet. We did the things that teenagers did. We just happened to be in Hollywood.
Hey, what's up? This is Mark Wahlberg calling for Soleil.
It was all kind of innocent to begin with. Then it just...
It got pretty crazy. It was like our 60s.
I started developing rapidly. People were calling me Punky Boobster.
The last couple weeks have been weird, having guys pinch my ass,
Men treated me more like a woman and not a 13-year-old.
This business, I don't feel it's a place for children.
You start getting in your head, worrying about how you're perceived.
Friends were reaching out for help.
It seemed like I was losing a friend every week.
Dude, that's hardcore. This looks. I'm totally going to see this. All these faces. It's weird.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Freaking Brian Austin Green.
So that is Kid 90.
Yeah.
Who you heard was Soleil Moon Frye, who played Punky Brewster. And for whatever reason, she decided to film with a big old camcorder. She was vlogging before it was vlogging.
Yeah.
Her entire childhood, early adulthood. And Ava has a knack for just come in and right when I'm talking. So
this is so weird. There's like Corey Feldman, Perry Farrell, Virgil Fry,
Yes.
David Arquette, and then there's Buzz Aldrin for some reason.
Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
is in this. This is what I found interesting, actually was a producer, maybe an executive producer.
Oh, but like a ghost one, right?
Yes,
or
this
what do they call that? Ghost
documentary.
producer, where he didn't want to He didn't want his name on the front because
No,
it would
his
distract.
his name's on it though. I saw it.
Huh.
So you have, like you said, Brian Austin Green's Stephen Dorff. Let's see, you heard David Arquette.
Yeah.
They don't interview Charlie Sheen, but Charlie Sheen is brought up because there's a whole plot point with that, with her. And it's really following her journey through growing up a child actor and developing and how she was treated. And it's actually very sad. It's a sad story. And I have a feeling that there was probably a lot of stuff left on the cutting room floor. There's some triggers in it. So if you're sensitive to that stuff, you probably don't want to watch this.
There's a new Punky Brewster on Peacock. Did you know about this?
Yes. Yeah. She revitalized the character.
It's her.
Yeah.
She's not. It's not
her.
a new little kid, and she's playing the cameo mom.
It's a
It's
soccer
her.
mom, and
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mark Paul Gosselaar is in it too.
Oh, really?
That's who you heard say, "I would never let my kids in this business." Emmanuel Lewis. There's some old footage of him. There's Mario Lopez. Just everyone. You'll recognize everyone. And there's a scene with two guys. It made me. You ever watch the movie Waxworks?
Yes. Well, come
So
to
those
the
guys
Waxworks.
are-
We
I
had
love-
it on Film Sack.
Oh my god, I absolutely love that movie. It's like
Really?
the cheesiest horror movie, but there's a lot of young actors in there. You can kind of see how the young actors all kind of mingle together, and it just Sarah Gilbert's in there. It's a really fascinating kind of snapshot of that time frame when the internet was not around. So I got to going, okay, they set up this question. They don't actually say what happened. She doesn't disclose who it is, but I'm like, who's she talking about? So I went on the internet because I'm curious just to see if anybody had talked about it. And I found a Reddit forum that was talking about, I can't say it on the air. The cha-cha. I'll call it the cha-cha party.
The cha-cha party?
The posse.
No,
the posse
cha-cha
who's
posse.
Oh.
the first.
Yeah.
It's the posse that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
So anyway, I was the person was talking about that and Leonardo DiCaprio saying the reason it's probably he was left out of the documentary as much as he probably was filmed. And I was like, what are they talking about? So I started Googling that, which led me to a movie that was never released in the United States or Canada called Don's Plum. And of course I watched that.
Okay.
Because you can watch it on YouTube.
Okay.
So here's I couldn't find a clip that didn't have cussing in it. Okay. So I'll start it and you can go for a little bit with it. You can kind of see the general vibe.
Right.
Of the movie.
All right.
You'll
so
see who
Don's
it is.
Plum.
Don's Plum. Never released in the United States, but you can watch it.
Okay, so let's hop in here. It's taking a second. Oh, the link didn't work. Hold on, let me try it again. Okay, copy the link. There you go, buddy. All right, paste. There you go. That's the stuff.
Hey, it's on my bed. Yeah.
Oh, it's
there you
Tobey
go.
Maguire.
It's Tobey Maguire.
Juliet. You off soon? Yeah, now? Yeah, right now. How you doing, Ian? I am just great. I am just having a blast.
Oh, it makes me want to punch him. I hate him so much.
So I only gave you this clip because when they actually get to the diner, which is called Don's Plum, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, Jenny Lewis, Tobey Maguire. Who's the douche from? I don't want to say Ballers. It's the other one.
Entourage.
Entourage.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah, it's the guy who was not the douche, but like the manager. manager of the douche.
All kind of.
Oh, Jeremy
Well,
Piven.
he was.
Jeremy Piven.
Oh, you're talking Jeremy Piven? Are you talking
No,
about
not Jeremy Piven.
the blonde kid who was kind of the
blonde
manager of the
kid.
douche? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What's
don't
his
know.
name? I can't remember.
Douche-
Kevin
Kevin
Connolly. Kevin
Connolly.
Connolly.
So anyway, when it comes down to it, when you start, I'll just call him the posse. Leonardo DiCaprio pulled in his competition to be his friend base in real life.
Okay.
And this is how the story goes. That all of these bros kind of came together and they're all vying for the same movies. And the way this goes on this particular movie, you can actually find the depositions between Leonardo DiCaprio and I just spaced on his name, Tobey Maguire,
Tobey Maguire. Mhm.
trying to, and they suppress this movie from being released because they were just coming up in their career and they didn't, like, it was supposed to be a short and it got turned into a full-length movie, and like there's all this posturing that's going on, and I found it an interesting movie because it really does kind of, even they are acting, and the producers did say a lot of it is ad-libbed, but they rehearsed it. So they kind of developed the film as they went, and then as it developed, they rehearsed it more and did the scenes that way. And so there's just a lot of like insider. You see these people as people. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio had a plan for his career. So did Tobey Maguire, and they felt this particular film did not lend itself well to the trajectory, because this is before Spider-Man for Tobey Maguire. This is before Romeo and Juliet for Leonardo DiCaprio.
It was probably before Gilbert's Grape or whatever the hell that was called.
It was before. It's all before.
Yeah.
So you can see how they would be protective of their career in this coming out as a feature film. But yeah, you can go to YouTube and just Google Don's Plum, and it's all in black and white, and it's very artsy, and there's a ton of cussing, but it actually does kind of take a snapshot of the 90s pretty well.
Did you want to just flick Tobey Maguire's ear or something? Just want to freaking
No,
come here, you
I
little
wanted to
turd.
do that to Leo. Oh God.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's like the Jim Jarmusch Coffee and Cigarettes, black and white.
Yeah.
With just
Yes.
kind of like an mostly ad lib thing, but this one sounds way douchier.
Morrow Prime brings up Kids, the movie Kids.
Oh,
It is
Kids.
definitely in that vein.
Okay.
And it's funny that you bring up Kids, because in Kid 90, the documentary, Soleil Moon Frye actually befriends a lot of the kids that were in that movie.
Oh, really? Like Rosario
Yeah.
Dawson and
The
quite a few
skaters.
there,
The skaters.
Okay. All right.
Justin Pierce,
And-
Chloe Savini. Yeah.
The sad thing about Kid 90 is how many of her friends she lost. Do you remember the kid that played in Neverending Story 2? Jonathan.
Right.
He had beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember
So
the
this
name
deals
of the kid.
the documentary deals with suicide a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a hard watch. But yeah.
Interesting. Neverending Story 2. Why isn't it listed? IMDb has 1 and 3. They don't have
Brandis. Yeah, Brandis.
Brandis. Was the last
Yeah,
name?
They're saying in the chat, Jonathan Brandis. I think I'm saying it right.
Who was the first kid? Oh, Noah Hathaway was the first
He
kid.
didn't pass away. He committed suicide.
Who?
Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm saying the first movie was a different kid.
Yeah. Yes, that was not the same kid.
Yeah.
The never-ending conversation.
Yeah, the never-ending.
Yes, the kid-
this is the
the kid
never-ending
from-
story. Yeah.
The kid from Ladybugs. He was in Ladybugs. I love Ladybugs.
What
That
is
was-
Ladybugs? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that
So Jonathan Brandis's character, he's really good at soccer, so they dress him up as a girl to play on the girls' soccer team.
Oh, Here
it's
it is.
adorable.
Yeah, is it?
Cute.
Is it though? Oh, that's
I thought it was.
a Rodney Dangerfield movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
It's when Rodney Dangerfield does coaches soccer. I'd watch that just because I like Rodney
It's cute.
Dangerfield. Yeah.
It's cute. At least that's my memory of it. My nostalgia can be, iffy at times.
Well, I'm really,
and that's the key to this 90s. She actually did all this filming, and then just locked it away for 20 years.
Yeah.
And she had been avoiding going back to him because she was like, my main thing was I wanted to see if my memories were accurate.
Right.
Like, do I remember it the way that it happened?
Yeah.
And the filming of everything that she filmed helped her kind of process that trauma that she experienced.
Well, I don't even know if the last text chat I had with you happened, so I know this feeling. I'm looking here. I forgot this Brandis kid was in Sequest. He was the main kid in Sequest. He was in the original It. He was one of the kids. He was Bill. Yeah, Bill, the main kid in It.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
Yeah, he was.
Wow,
It was very
that's
sad.
So they talk about that. All right, that's totally my kind of jam. I like documentaries that dig into.
90s especially seems, for me, I grew up in the 90s.
Oh yeah, no, these were your people, right? This was your thing. This was your time.
Yeah, I recognized everyone.
Yeah, it's nice to
that's
see
on her camera.
So do both the Coreys get some screen time? Haim and
I didn't see Corey Haim. I did see Corey Feldman, and he talked. She's going around and she's asking all of her friends, like, what's the meaning of life, kind of questions. And his response is actually a good one.
All right.
So, but Corey Haim is not in there. That's another tragic story. But based on other stuff that I know about, like what happened to Corey Feldman, what happened to Corey Haim, Charlie Sheen, like it's an icky kind of watch if you kind of know some of the other stories.
Why is Perry Farrell in this? I mean, he was a
take a dump in your bathtub.
You want me to come to your house?
I think didn't he have something to do with kids? Did he?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Did he? He was just the leader of the band. No, I forgot the band.
Jane's Addiction.
Jane's Addiction, and later Porner for Pyros. But I don't think he was I don't think there was.
I was
anything
wondering the
controversial with
same
him.
thing too. I hadn't really dug too deep into it, but he came up a lot when they were talking about when she moved to New York and met the skaters from Kids and all of that.
Well, he got caught stealing when he was 5.
Just once.
Oh gosh, that's a fun song for her to go listen to.
my
Anyway,
goodness.
hey Nicole, these are
So,
fine
check it out.
recommendations. Well done. So go check those all out on her Twitter account. It's at Nicole Spag. She'll put all these up there, and I promise next time I will not be confused about where you are.
It's okay.
I don't know what I did there. I really don't. Still to this moment, I don't know. I am 100% sure I saw this text, and it doesn't exist. So,
You want me to make you feel better? I'll just text it right now.
all right, send me, say, oh, sorry, guys, I have a doctor's appointment or something, and then I'll believe it. Nicole Spag, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you, Nicole.
All right, Brian, we've done it.
All right.
We've once again done it. That means
It's been done.
It's
all
been,
been
yeah,
done.
it means it's been done, which means that we're done. And to be done, we have to tell you the following information. First of all, support us at Patreon because it's how the show continues to exist. If you like it, then that's the only way. So head on over there to patreon.com/TMS and belly up to the bar, damn it. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. And if you're trying to contact us, themorningstream@gmail.com. Don't forget that newsletter I mentioned earlier. You can find it at frogpants.club. I have a new one coming out later today, so watch for that. Okay. I think that's everything.
And keep an eye out for Cover Letter, which I'm putting together figuring out the kind of list of sections I want to have in there. But cover news, so cover song news with links to songs, probably a recap of Indie in the Middles that we've done here for people. And
that's a great idea.
And then stuff that I got going on outside of or stuff that's going on Coverville, NTP, Soundography, Film Sack, all that stuff.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to that. Cover
And
Letter is
big
a great
thanks
name.
again to J.K. Grammer for coming up with Cover Letter.
Yeah, good job, J.K. Grammer. Where were you when I needed a creative name? Nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Probably playing.
Noticeably absent.
Probably playing that game he always plays. I forgot the name of it. but he's playing it. All right.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, I never remember that. It's that cool game. It's a Tom Clancy game. What's wrong with me?
Oh, not Call of Duty. Rogue.
Nope.
Agent.
Nope.
Nope.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon.
I have the game. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right. That's it. Brian, you want to play a song to get us out?
I will play a song. All right, this is fun. And those of you who just from the description are like, I don't know about this, I recommend you stick around through at least the chorus, because if you're not sure I like this, give it to the chorus and you'll probably end up really liking it. This one is going out to Leah. Leah said, I just want to hear something being covered or another artist covering Tony Orlando and Don.
Whoa.
Prefer something upbeat, no specific reason, no specific day, just thought they'd be a fun choice. So let's close out March with a cover of Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree. I was going to pull up, let's see, let me grab this artist's name and get a translation, because she's a Japanese punk, like pop punk musician. And
okay.
I really like this.
All right.
Whatever,
I couldn't have guessed any of this, by the way. It's all stuff I would never guess that was going to be today's request. This is fantastic.
Oh, I guess Korean. She's a Korean artist. And her name translates to Judyne or Judine, Judyne. All right, here's a Japanese punk version of Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree by Tony Orlando and Don.
That sounds great. Hey, there is a chance tomorrow might be short or weird because I have a dental appointment and I'm currently trying to shift it around and not have it happen during the show. So we'll let you guys know in the morning if there's anything weird. Right now, plan on a show tomorrow, but dental appointment weirdness possible. So I'll let you know.
Your dentist is short and weird. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's the problem might be that they want to charge me if I miss, and I don't want to take a $50 hit. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll let you know tomorrow, one way or the other. Hopefully, I can just move it down the day. That's gonna do it. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Gee, that's a great aircraft.